Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Monday Morning. It's Stephen Whiteside here from the uptrend.com. In the pre-market this morning, stock index futures are currently trading below fair value. We're also watching Bitcoin trade down below 70,000. It's currently 68,000 and change. At the same time, gold is trading higher on Monday morning. It's back up above $5,000. Now, on Friday, the Dow hit 50,000 for the first time. It's a big round number. It's a number the public watches, the media watches. The market itself is more focused on what happens to the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. And while the Dow hit a new high, we did not get a new buy signal in the S&P 500 or the Nasdaq on Friday. So there's the Nasdaq hitting 50,000. The big catalyst was a big move in Nvidia, up nearly 8% on the day. Not enough to give us a buy signal. That movement in Nvidia caused a lot of short covering on Friday. How do I know it's short covering? Well, when the market turns around in the middle of the day and heads sharply higher like that, it's not people putting money in from the sidelines. It's not you and I. It is people who are day trading the market that had to cover their short positions. And while the market was up sharply, we still don't have a new buy signal for the S&P 500, the Nasdaq, or the TSX. Now, after NVIDIA, it was Caterpillar was the big winner, followed by 3M, followed by Amgen. Those were the big winners on Friday, helping the Dow move up 1,200 points and change. Now, I'm quite interested in what's happening in the transports. They're up at 20,000. We'll have to see if we can get up and over the 20,000 level. But the movement in the transports in 2026 has been instrumental in holding the markets up. Now, there's the S&P 500. It hasn't taken out the recent high, and it traded up into the channel on Friday, not enough to give us a buy signal. That's also true for the Nasdaq 100. Now, both the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq closed above the previous day's high. That is a bullish sign. Now I'm looking for a fall through to the upside, and in the pre-market, we're not seeing that on Monday morning. Now, the TSX and the TSX 60 both moved up on Friday. We haven't taken out the previous Friday's high just yet. And you can see the upper channel line has coming down. So if we, got a buy signal, that would have to happen with a close above the previous Friday's high. And we still haven't moved above that. So we're still trading in the range of that big down day the previous Friday. Now, looking at the VIX, we had a pullback in the VIX for the S&P 500. It had an inside day. The VIX for the NASDAQ was down sharply, down over 16% and back in the channel. That's also true for the VIX for the Russell 2000. So the VIX has dropped on Friday. Yes, they did. Not enough to give us a sell signal just yet. So the VIX is still elevated. Options traders in Chicago still concerned about the future of the stock market at this time. Now, as we mentioned earlier, the Dow was led higher by NVIDIA, which is a Magnificent Seven stock, and there was a lot of short covering, but it really didn't affect the Magnificent Seven stocks at all. When we walk through here, we're not going to see a lot of major changes. So yes, the NASDAQ 100 was up on Friday, and it did close above the previous day's high, which is bullish. There's the NASDAQ 100 on the TSX. But look at the Magnificent Seven ETF. It basically mirrored Thursday's trading action. Yes, Apple was slightly higher on Friday. It almost hit our target of 281.25. We always recommend that you put an order in just below our price targets because there's going to be some selling to happen up at that level. There's Apple on the TSX. We're looking for a move up to $40.63. Now, Amazon continued to crater on Friday, so that certainly didn't help the market. We've got Alphabet back on a sell signal as of Friday's close on both sides of the border. We still have Meta on a sell signal. It closed lower on Friday. And then Microsoft was up on the day. It had an inside day. Microsoft is trying to find support at the $400 level. We closed at 401.14. And if we take out Thursday's low, then 375 is our next mathematical target for Microsoft. Now, there's NVIDIA traded right up to the upper channel line, did not close above it. So we're still looking for a close in New York above $187.05. In Toronto, we're looking for a close above $42.33. Now, Tesla did trade higher on Friday up to the lower trend line. No change in trend there. Now, Broadcom gave it a good try. It traded right up to the upper channel line, closed just below it. So certainly Broadcom could generate a buy signal on Monday with NVIDIA. And then looking at Shopify had an inside day on both sides of the border, so nothing going on there. So as you can see, while NVIDIA certainly helped move the markets higher on Friday, it did not help the rest of the Magnificent Seven stocks. That's a little bit of a concern, but certainly we've seen a lot of strength in transports and energy stocks recently, and they have certainly been helping to hold the market up. But it's kind of strange that even with the big short covering rally on Friday, that our Magnificent Seven stocks really didn't get any of that benefit. Okay, folks, that's all for this morning's presentation. Tomorrow morning, we'll take a look at the commodity sector and some of the commodity stocks. Have a great day. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thanks for tuning in until the very end of today's stock market timing educational video. If you found the content valuable, don't forget to express your support by hitting the like button, leave a comment, sharing with your friends, and subscribing to our channel for more insightful updates. Remember, in the world of stocks, timing is crucial, and following the trend can be your greatest ally. If you would like more information on how we can help you better time the stock market, please visit theuptrend.com.